So having a picture of a lol cow behind you and a premium grifter means that you're obsessed with them, apparently, according to Quantum TV. I am mentally stable. I have a horse next to me. Which kind of fits because you had a horse in the beginning of your video talking about me, so... We both are interested in horses, Quantum. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and
breastfeed it
to you. Skip it up and that up. So hey everybody, speaking of which, we actually have some merch. Some of the merch we have is actually a Tickled Christian Straight Man sweater or sweatshirt that you could get for the chilly autumn season. You could walk around with Quantum TV on your chest in our merch store. That link works sometime, but the link to the actual store is below in the description. That one's kind of flaky, and you could pick up some RTU merch. I'm not going to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you. So a few days ago, it was revealed. Keep in mind that Quantum has never actually addressed this, by the way, which is a pattern with him. That his wife said he had a imaginary plan to off the Actman's entire family. He was going to do it on Christmas. Of course, he said this is all in his imagination if he had nothing to lose, which now he kind of does, so that's a little bit concerning. That he would go to the Actman's family home on Christmas when their guard was down and take them out one by one. And to make sure he had the most traumatizing emotional impact, he would pick who to off first. I'm not making this up, okay? I'll say it's alleged because it's coming out of his ex-wife's mouth, but we know Quantum's track record. I'm not saying she's telling the truth, but if I had to trust one of the two of them, knowing Quantum's track record, I would trust her. Like I said, my only disappointment is that when you were still in happily wedded bliss, don't you think that was alarming and maybe you should have said something and not waited until now? But okay, whatever. At least you said what he did and it's cause for concern. So thank you for that. Well, then he put up this video called A Judas Kiss, the Ultimate Betrayal, referring to his wife. And in Quantum's weird, warped world, what proves that he was a great husband is what, like, these canned, contrived, happy moments. Like, hey, how could we have not had wedded bliss? We went to Playland and then got a Subway sandwich. And he's doing it again. He's like, hey, look, I'm snuggling a bunny. I'm not kidding. I'm not going to show you the whole video because it's Quantum, but he's snuggling a bunny here, and this is supposed to prove that he was the best husband on the planet. Oh, it's so cringe. Just watch. He's like a bad third world dictator from a banana republic. It's like, oh yeah, I couldn't have committed genocide anywhere. Look, I like to kiss babies and pet puppies. I'm not saying he's a third world dictator, but you get my point. It's the same technique. It's like, how can I be a bad person? Look at me snuggle a bunny. Stop it. Stop it right now. It's not even like making you seem nice. It's just making you seem really weird and cringy, dude. Well, apparently he has been shockingly following me talking about him, and he has made another video called Chains of Fixation, the intrusive thoughts of Review Tech USA. And he starts off with a horse gif in the video. A horse. And then he has me as, hey, everyone knows Review Tech USA, and he has a Homer Simpson fat gif of me. That was brilliant. That wasn't MySpace 2006 at all. And then he goes into, like, I'm not a mental health professional. How could I know that he needs mental health? I don't know. You've lied about everything. You've lied about playing Elden Ring. You've accused other people of doing things that you do, like view botting and actually buying subs. You've lied about the atrocious things you've said about people where you want to see them, I'm going to put it nicely here, even though YouTube has made their rules more lax, harmed when it came, whether it be The Last of Us 2, Planned Parenthood. You've been caught countless times in 4K saying these things. Then you said you got hacked. I will bring this up again for those of you who don't know the whole Quantum TV lore. When you had those horrible posts up on Twitter And the night that I was streaming, you just so happened with your hack tweets that someone else put up on your social media, you just so happened to take everything down while I'm live streaming them. And then you said it wasn't me, it was a hacker. The sweetest hacker in the world was trying to cover your tracks for you. I've never met a hacker that nice. I want to give him a big kiss on the cheek. And then the thing you go into all the time, like, bro, I just want to talk about my TV reviews, and, everyone's just, my name is always in people's mouths. You talk about this stuff. You talk about it. You have a channel based on relationships on TikTok, which I have it as a talking point later down here, was originally called What No Contact Did to Me, which means your wife got a restraining order, which you tried to get shot down, but the judge wouldn't let you, and the restraining order is in place to keep your ex-wife protected, or soon-to-be ex-wife. But if you didn't bring this stuff up, no one would talk about it. Yes, Anonymous had it on his community post, but here is the thing. You responding is the Streisand effect. It is the absolute Streisand effect. And what makes it even weirder is when you respond, you never discuss the things that you're being accused of. You just deflect and actually try to downplay the credibility of other people going at you. Like, again, you try to insinuate that I'm EDP445 in your newest video on me, the chains of fixation. And you would not stop talking about this.
I mean, do you not see, like, what's going on here? Like, even if you don't like me, even if I'm the worst person in the world to you, some shit just starts to connect its own dots. I mean, like, maybe somebody can explain to me how the guy that has a picture of me on his desktop wallpaper is qualified, despite not going to medical school, to give me any advice on what I should do for my mental status, where all I've been doing is minding my business. Make it make sense.
That is your rebuttal? That's all you got? Is that the reason you're back there, Quantum, whether you like it or not? And hey, you could call me a lolcow too. I'll be the first to admit it, dude. When I get back to live streaming, and when I was live streaming, I took my shirt off all the time. I will be live streaming again. Go check out my live stream channel, RTU Streams, link below in the description. But you are a lolcow. The situation that happened in 2022 and is continuing to happen in 2023 puts you into that status. And that's why my editor thought it was a good idea. And you had that corny picture where you were at like a zoo or something pointing at an animal. And he was like, wow, he looks like a douche. I'm going to put him here because it's funny because it looks like he's pointing at the merch. And Quantum, no one's trying to downplay your credibility. You don't have any. You have literally, I can't even go through the list of things that you have continually lied about over and over and over again. How you've denied, actually you haven't even really denied it. You just tried to say that you were hacked. All the horrible things that you have said that you just run away from, or you simply try to downplay the credibility of people talking about you. And you try to make it like you're living your best life. No one respects your YouTube channel. You're trying to become a relationship guru on TikTok, which is insane to me. And even you realize with how deranged you are that calling it What No Contact Did to Me, that was the original name of his TikTok channel, was a bad idea. At least you're not that insane where you knew that was a bad idea and you change it to your divorce survival guide, which scares me a little bit because people actually who don't know you from YouTube are like, wow, this guy kind of makes sense. No, he did. Run away from him. He also said he's politically agnostic. Just like, how could he be homophobic? He's a vegan. And according to him, all vegans are homosexuals, apparently. And I will never let this go. That means if Quantum, you're a vegan, connect the dots.
Tickled.
And you say your channel's all about tech and you don't want to be bothered with this. Quantum, you have gone down the drama rabbit hole a billion times. All you do, the reason why no one sees it on your channel, unless they go into the Wayback Machine, is because you delete everything. You go off the deep end, you talk about a whole bunch of things you shouldn't talk about, you air out your dirty laundry publicly, and then you delete it, and you think because you delete it that no one's going to remember or keep the videos, or there's always receipts It's the internet, Quantum. You don't know this by now? Once you put something out there, it's immortalized. And you should have he should have common sense. Yeah, okay. Quantum, I know you're going to say, oh, it's free real estate to talk about me. Yes, it is. It is free real estate to talk about you because you are the most fascinating human being for all the wrong reasons that I have met on this website. And you continue down this rabbit hole of lies and insanity, and you think no one's going to discuss it after everything that's happened with you? How this all started with a goddamn game, Elden Ring, that you never even played. You never even played it. And you could have walked away from that and went on your merry way and just made TV reviews. But you went after people. You told people to off themselves. And then everyone went down the rabbit hole and found out how awful of a person you were and the terrible things you said online that you still to this day say you were hacked. You dug your own grave, Quantum. And you could be walking through the woods with as much bokeh in the background as you want to, saying you're living your best life. But you have a failed YouTube channel, your wife left you, and no one in the community respects you. And it is all your fault. You did all of this to yourself. This is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. This horse is going to breastfeed it to me.
Effective immediately. Effective immediately.
Effective immediately.